order to figure out what sound, I'd have to wait until they actually finished the art, put it in context, and then I could say, ah, that's the kind. The chime, the clock tower. I knew we needed a chime, a big chime. That's a big clock. So what I ended up doing is just taking my Craftsman 7/8 inch wrench with a lifetime guarantee I just whacked it, and it had such a reverberant sound. Of course, it was too high. I just dropped the sound lower and lower and lower till you had this big, nice bell sound from a wrench. Ah, the most hateful sound. Had to be the bubbles. What you hear are actually bubbles in a toilet. I tried big tubes, little tubes, sticking it way down there, you know, in the part where the trap goes down, and finally got it, but that was the biggest pain.
Oh, Cirrus, Achenaw. We didn't want music interfering with the gameplay, and so we weren't going to put any music in. When we finally did do a couple songs, we realized it wasn't an interference. It didn't sound like Super Mario Brothers. They seemed to really help the mood of certain places that you were at in the game. Once I sit down on the computer with a song in my mind, I can get it out fairly quickly. So I think the songs went pretty quick. Yeah. What was the question again? The biggest problem during the whole development was the CD-ROM speed. First thing we did was crop the images down to 8-bit using adaptive palettes for each age, and that worked great. We've got images on each age that look like 24-bit images. Then we also used QuickTime compression for each of the images, for the stills, not only for the movies, but also for each of the still pictures.
I've not been warned.
Ended up with images that are started out at 500K down to approximately 80K.
Rich, what are you working on?
Nothing.
In putting it together, we used HyperCard as a shell, basically, and then John Miller from Simplex, we worked closely with him on the Color X commands to take out anything that wasn't necessary for getting the color to the screen as fast as possible.
Chief. I missed the other one too.
Probably one of the most helpful things we did is we went through some focus group testing. That was an incredible way to get some really amazing input.
And in getting to my notes, it's a great idea, a great concept. It's a complete departure from the main line of anything that's out there on the market today.
Right there, this is not any game, any paradigm, anything you've ever seen before. You have no preconceived notions because you go into this and it's something totally new.
But this game is so different, and the concept of living inside this world is what happens. If you get sucked in, if you have time to play it, you just keep going and going and going and going. There's nothing like that at all.